She actually was the first one to say that, so I figure I'm allowed now. Next, we have a very special guest with us. It is the Honourable Minister... Oh, I was going to mix it up, darn. The Minister of Agriculture and Lands for BC, the Honourable Steve Thompson.
Well, thank you very much, Irene, and it is a real pleasure to be here, and good afternoon, everybody. Honored guests, Your Worship, Alex, my colleague John Slater. It is really great to be here, and I'll promise you one thing, that and you'll be very relieved that I'm not going to sing. So, after listening to Grace, and then I also heard Alex on CBC radio the other day singing, so I know that they would both put me completely to shame. So. But it is a real pleasure to be here today on behalf of the province, both as Minister of Agriculture and as the MLA for Kelowna Mission. I come from Kelowna. I'm just over the hill here, and go through Grand Forks quite a bit because I have a granddaughter and two granddaughters and a daughter in Creston. So it's great to drive through this community and to see the agricultural activity here. I was born and raised on a farm in Kelowna. Our family started farming in 1896, and we're still farming on the same farmland in Kelowna. So really do understand the important economic contribution that agriculture makes to the province and to the region. So the work that fall fairs around the province, there's 45 of them, the work that they do in creating awareness and education, bringing, as John mentioned, bringing the agriculture community together, creating that awareness and understanding is so important across the province. And that's why a little earlier I was really pleased as Minister to be able to provide a funding grant to the BC Association of Fairs and Exhibitions of $75,000 to help the Umbrella Association, the provincial organization, continue to develop and sustain fall fairs and the fall fair movement across British Columbia, so that they can look to a long-term future for all the fairs. There are a number of fairs this year around the province that are celebrating 100 years, which is a tremendous achievement. It was interesting to be in the hall and to look at some of the history of the way the fall fair was formed here. The first group that got together as a society and created the fair, and to look through some of the old newspaper coverage of it, and to see the competitions and the great prize money that was given out at that time for the canning and the vegetable displays and everything like that. Prizes of $1.50 and 25 cents. So we've come a long way since 1910 in fall fairs this fall fair across the province, and it's great to hear the continued commitment. It's great to hear the mayor talk about the need to find a permanent home for the fair. So I again want to recognize and congratulate all the volunteers and the people, the directors who make these events happen. I know they put in a tremendous amount of work, and I know particularly Irene and her group have done a tremendous amount of work to make sure you continue to have the fall fair as an important event in your community. One of the things we do in the ministry is a Century Farm Award, and this is an award that recognizes 100 years of contribution to agriculture in the province. And this award goes to both farmers, to farm families who've been farming on the same farmland continuously through multi-generations on the same property, are eligible to receive the Century Farm Award. And it also goes to farm organizations that have demonstrated over 100 years of contribution to the agricultural industry in the province. And so I'm very, very pleased today on behalf of the province and the ministry to be able to present the Grand Forks and District Fall Fair with a Century Farm Award on behalf of the province, recognizing their 100 years of contribution to agriculture heritage in British Columbia. So Irene, I'd like to be able to present that award to you and ask all your volunteers to come forward and receive it on behalf of the Fall Fair, and again congratulate you for all the work that you do. Yeah, so thank you again, and I hope that you'll be able to display that sign in your new facilities when you achieve your objective of getting permanent grounds for the fair. And I look forward to talking to people afterwards, getting to meet the farmers and ranchers from this area. I've already met some old friends, Laura Lauder and others who I've worked with over the years in my work for the agriculture industry. So it is a real pleasure to be here on this great day. And thanks, John, for arranging the weather, and best wishes for the rest of the day. And thanks again for inviting me and having me over here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm one of the volunteers that help with the Grand Forks Farm Fair. Although, if it wasn't for an individual, for their dedicated participation and commitment to the Grand Forks Farm Fair, it wouldn't happen. I personally and the committee would like to present Irene Parapolkin with a small gift of gratitude.
Wow, that was pretty special. Thank you, guys. It's been really interesting putting this 100th anniversary together, looking through the old history, the old archives. Fairs haven't really changed that much, especially in Grand Forks, because the minutes from today could be the minutes of 20 years ago. They're almost identical. Lack of volunteers, everybody's always looking for help. The only difference has been the amount of entries. In 1910, they actually had over 1,000 entries just in the poultry, and they gave out almost as much prize money as we do today. So yeah, there is a bit of a difference. There are some people that deserve really special recognition to put on this fair. A few dedicated people who have spent all this week working very hard. We started in January, and we're finally here. Marcia McGregor, who did our catalog and our commemorative issue, she did a very nice job of it. Thank you, Marcia. And then I've got my committee to congratulate, Zach Ebern-Studley, who has done the entertainment. Very good job, Zach. Excellent entertainment this weekend. And he did it all on his own. The other members, Bob DeMartelaire, who is one of the few males on our committee, and he's got a big job with all of us ladies. Chris Thompson, Dano O'Donnell, Juanita Bannard, Bert Blum, who have been here every day this week from morning till evening, putting in the hard work getting this committee together. And Cher Wires, who's been in charge of the exhibit hall, she did a beautiful job and it looks really nice in there. And all the other volunteers who helped us with the ticket booths and all the other odd jobs that need doing. But please remember, everybody, we have to take this all down tomorrow, so a few extra hands wouldn't hurt at all. So I hope you've all taken home some memories from this fall fair. Who knows where we'll be 100 years from now? It would be interesting to see, but I don't think any of us will be here to see it. So thank you very much, and remember, if you ate today, thank a farmer. Okay, you can continue with your festivities and enjoy the rest of the fair. This is kind of unusual. I usually do this at the beginning. Today it's almost 3/4 of the way through, so it's kind of odd. It's another one of those changes. So enjoy the day.